And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we've got another music teacher reaction and analysis video for you. Specifically, we're going to be looking at Angelina Jordan and her 2014 performance on The View of her singing Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon. Super excited to hear one of her earlier works in her career and see kind of her progression as a vocalist. So with that being said, everybody, let's get into it.
Here she is for all of you. Please welcome Angelina Jordan.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Okay, before we continue on, I really love hearing the difference in the contrast, I guess I should say, in her voice between now when she was at the very beginning of her career versus when she's a lot older. So we have seen one of her most recent releases, and it's interesting the difference in her voice. And I don't necessarily want to say it's her voice that is drastically different. I mean, obviously, everyone's voice is going to mature as they age, so there's going to be differences. But it seems like as she's moved out of the, shall we say, the golden era of the jazz stuff of like the 50s, which we're seeing here, and she's moved into more of a current pop/jazz style. It's interesting that the way she intentionally shapes her vowel sounds is so drastically different. So one of the things that I've noticed with this one and the I'm totally blanking on the name of the song right now. The other one that she did when she was 9, I'll remember it eventually. Is how she's shaping the vowel sounds with her mouth, folks. So part of the reason that she gets kind of this unique sound is because of what she's doing with her mouth. And the way that she shapes that, she kind of she gives it kind of a thinner, is the way I'll describe it, sound, because of the way she's shaping her mouth, her tongue, things like that. It's just really unique. You hear it at the very, very beginning more so than you do in the middle. When we get to the quarter notes on the guitar, we hear less of it. But at the very opening section, you can really hear the shaping of the mouth and the vowel sounds. We're going to go ahead and backtrack just a little bit to hear a little bit of the contrast between those two sections here. Pay close attention to her jaw. You'll also notice her tongue is up very high.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand.
Which is interesting because when she does though, the tongue really drops. So she's clearly doing it intentionally. Like when she says my, she's really picking that tongue up really heavily to get kind of that I sound effect going on. Just really, really a very good job of controlling the shaping of her mouth to get the sound that she's looking for. It's very impressive at that age.
In other words,
You hear it again there.
darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore.
Now, it's interesting. So some of it is very much controlled by the way she's shaping her vowel sounds, her mouth, her tongue, things like that. But then there's other moments though where it's purely breath control, guys, and what she's doing with her vocal cords. True, right here at the end. Her voice, her not her voice, but her facial setting is very traditional. Ooh, ooh. She has a very good facial structure for a deep, dark ooh, but she's getting kind of that ooh shake effect going on there, and that's not being done in her mouth. That's being done with her vocals. That's again really impressive as to how she's doing that. If you want a real deep dive into the way she's doing that with her vocal cords in particular, I would recommend checking out a vocal professional. I am not a vocalist. I've done a lot of vocal. I have a lot of vocal background, but I am not a vocalist by trade. So if you really want to take a deep dive, I'd recommend looking into a actual specialist in vocals. But just a kind of a take that I can give you guys from overall listening here. Let's go ahead and continue.
Words, I love you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. And all the words on my hand, and all the words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
It's really interesting because I feel like this is a song that does not showcase her full abilities, like I would kind of like to see. You really only heard one instance where she really started to really open up and use some of the power of her voice. This song really features. It still features a lot of breath control, without a doubt, but it's just a very different type of breath control. It's all about being able to use subtlety in your breath control. And she does a really good job with it. You could hear one moment at the very end where she dropped it a little bit, but guys, she's 8. Like, it's still really impressive. Really impressive. Again, it just shows that she's got such a masterful control of what she's doing here. She's only 8 years old. This is crazy. It's crazy. Man, some great vocalist abilities here. Great singing on display. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed what you saw today as much as I did. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you guys gave a like. If you want to catch more content that we've got coming out here, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Last but not least, if you'd like to join us over on the Discord channel for discussion on music and all things games, media, etc., make sure you guys check out the link for that down below in the video description. All right, everybody. Catch you next time.